Good evening, everyone. At Play 45 here. So, Fortnite has done a lot of seasons throughout the years. I think we're at like the 30th season now. So, there has been a lot of battle passes. And with the battle passes, we always get a tier 100 skin. So that's what I'm gonna look at today. I'm gonna give my thoughts on every single tier 100 skin. But if you want to support me, please consider using code FPLAY45 in the Fortnite item shop. So the first max tier skin was in Season 2 where we got Black Knight. And yes, I know that this is a tier 70 skin, not a tier 100, but it's still a max tier skin. And I just had to put it on this list. It's Black Knight. Black Knight is such an iconic skin, and for good reason. He was the first ever max tier skin. And his color scheme is also really good. Black and red, beautiful color scheme. One of the best color schemes out there. So yeah, Black Knight, he's a really good skin and a really solid start for the battle passes. And then in Season 3 we got the Reaper. And some people like to call him John Wick, but now that we actually have a John Wick skin, this is just the Reaper. And yeah, this skin it was pretty obviously based on John Wick, especially since his pickaxe has a pencil in it. But yeah, this is also a really solid skin. I'd say also one of the most iconic tier 100 skins of all time. Not really much else to say about this skin, it's just a guy in a suit, but still really cool. And then in Season 4 we got probably one of my favorite tier 100 skins ever, and that is Omega. I don't know what it is, but he's just so damn cool. And I also have a very special relationship with this skin since it was my first ever tier 100 skin. I never made it to tier 100 when I started in Season 3, but in Season 4 I made it. Although I did buy a lot of the tiers, but I still made it. But unfortunately I don't have the skin anymore since I played on Season 4 on a different account and then got a new account in Season 5. So I unfortunately don't have Omega anymore. But it's still a really good skin, and especially with the armor. The armor just makes him look perfect. This is the definition of a perfect tier 100 skin. And then in Season 5 we got Ragnarok. And he's also really cool. Like almost all of the Chapter 1 tier 100 skins were awesome. And this one's no exception. He's like a Viking god thing guy. I mean, it's really cool, and especially with the armor, like, he looks sick with the armor. I'm so sad that I never made it to tier 100 in Season 5. Because this skin is just so cool. I love this skin. It's beautiful. And then in Season 6 we got a little bit of a weaker tier 100 skin, and that is Dyer. Like, his first style is just a dude. But then he turns into a werewolf. He gets better. Like, it's a cool skin, but not as cool as all the other tier 100 skins we've looked at so far. And then in Season 7 they got tier 100 quality up again, since we got the Ice King. And this skin is also really cool. He's just a really cool skin. I always love skins where like they have a hoodie and it's just pitch black under there with like some eyes peeping out. And this skin just does that perfectly. He's a great skin. Awesome skin. Very awesome. Not real much else to say about him. He's just awesome. I mean, I do love blue though. So yeah, that's one more thing I had to say about him. And then in Season 8 we got a not very good tier 100 skin, and that is Lux. Like, yeah, she is a really good skin, but as a tier 100, she's not a very good tier 100 skin. There are other skins in that battle pass that could have fit perfectly for the role as tier 100, like either Hybrid or Blackheart. But no, they went with Lux for some reason. And then in Season 9 we got Vendetta. And I know a lot of people think of him as like a weaker tier 100 skin, but I think he's underrated. I think he's a really cool skin and worthy of the tier 100 role. He looks really cool. I also love the futuristic aesthetic, so he gets some bonus points for that. And then in Season X we got Ultimate Knight, which is like a remix version of Black Knight. And you know, yeah, not as good as Black Knight, but still a really solid skin. I did not get it though. I think I was 2 tiers off from getting it, so I was close. I was very close, but unfortunately I didn't get it. But I don't really mind that much. It's not the best, but it's still really cool. And now over to Chapter 2. In Chapter 2, Season 1, we got Fusion. And yeah, this skin is really cool. Like the hood with his face, I don't know how to describe it, but his face is really cool. Like his whole aesthetic is just really cool. It's like he looks like a storm monster or something, like the ruler of the storm. And yeah, he had like two other styles, like Vex and Sev. I don't know which one was which, but they're not as cool as the regular style. And then Chapter 2, Season 2, we got what I would say is definitely the best Tier 100 skin we've ever gotten, and that is Midas. The holy man himself, Midas. And this skin, oh boy, this skin is amazing. I don't know why I love Midas so much, but I just do. I think it's ramped up a bit because he's my favorite storyline character. So yeah, the skin just becomes cooler, but like the yellow eye, the scar, the golden hands, the suit, it's just so cool. And every weapon he touches turns into gold, and that is also really cool. I just love this skin. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful skin. I love Midas. I love him. But unfortunately, I kind of stopped playing for a while in Chapter 2, Season 2. I think I was getting tired of Fortnite because Chapter 2, Season 1 lasted so long. So I unfortunately wasn't able to get Midas. So right now, I have every single Midas skin except for the original. And I'm never going to be able to get the original. And that makes me sad. I just want the original Midas. And then in Chapter 2, Season 3, we got Eternal Knight. And this is a really cool skin. It's like a female version of Ultimate Knight. And yeah, this skin is really cool. I mean, it didn't really have much to do with the theme of the season, which is like... I think this was like the period where Fortnite kind of stopped caring about the themes of the seasons, really. And yeah, really cool skin, but doesn't really fit the theme of the season that much. And then in Chapter 2, Season 4, we got Tony Stark. And you know, I love Tony Stark. And this skin didn't fail, and especially the Iron Man edit style. The Iron Man edit style is just perfection. A perfect Iron Man skin. And then in Chapter 2, Season 5, we got Menace. He's really good, but I wouldn't say he's really much special. But there were a lot better skins in the Battle Pass that season, I would say. He's still definitely worthy of being a Tier 100 skin though. And then Chapter 2 Season 6, we have another skin that I think is underrated, and that is Spider Assassin. Because I think this skin looks really cool. And despite all the flaws in Chapter 2 Season 6, it was a terrible season. Worst season in Fortnite's history. But the skin is still really cool. That season actually had a really cool Tier 100 skin. I'm kind of sad I missed out on it, but as well not so sad because I wouldn't exactly want to play that season again. And then Chapter 2, Season 7, we got Rick Sanchez. And yeah, I love Rick and Morty, so of course I'm gonna love this skin. But I wouldn't say he's really worthy of being a Tier 100 skin. But still, they did a really good job on getting Rick into the game. So I still think this skin is really good, just not the best Tier 100 skin. And then Chapter 2, Season 8, we got Carnage. And Carnage is really cool. They did a great job of getting Carnage into the game. And I'd say he's a pretty worthy contender of being Tier 100 because he just looks really cool. I love this skin. It's really, really cool. Don't really have much else to say about it. I just really like Carnage as a whole. So this skin was really cool to get. Then over to Chapter 3. In Chapter 3 Season 1, we got the Marvel skin I wanted the most for the longest time, and that was Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man that season because, look, the reason I wanted Spider-Man so badly is because he is my favorite superhero of all time. And then we got Spider-Man, and he's perfect. They did an amazing job bringing Spider-Man to the game. We have like a billion Spider-Man skins in the game right now, but I still think this is probably the best Spider-Man skin in the game. They just did a really good job with it. And he's definitely a worthy contender for the Tier 100 because he's one of the most iconic superheroes of all time. And then Chapter 3 Season 2, we got Doctor Strange. The skin is fine. I wouldn't exactly call it a Tier 100 contender exactly. I don't think it's worthy of that title. The skin is just fine. I like Doctor Strange. There's not really much special going on with the skin. So yeah, kind of a weaker tier 100 right there. And then Chapter 3, Season 3, we got one of the most iconic villains of all time, if not the most iconic villain, Darth Vader. And you know, I love Star Wars, so this skin was really cool to get. I love Darth Vader, he's one of my favorite villains of all time probably. But it's also kind of sad that they locked him behind the battle pass because he's just such an iconic character. And now the people who missed out on him can't get him anymore. And I don't really see them really doing any alternate version of him in the item shop because I don't really see what they can do. Like, yes, they did Anakin, but that's Anakin. Like, yes, Anakin is Darth Vader, but still Darth Vader is way more iconic than Anakin. But yeah, still really cool skin and definitely worthy of the tier 100 rule. And then Chapter 3, Season 4, we got Spider-Gwen. And look, I love the Spider-Verse movies. Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse are some of my favorite movies of all time. So I was really happy when we finally got Spider-Gwen. And they did an amazing job with this skin. This skin is pure perfection. One of the best, if not the best, like, spider people skins. They did an amazing job with this skin, and it just looks like it was ripped straight out of Across the Spider-Verse. And now we enter Chapter 4. With Chapter 4, Season 1, we got the Angelus. And the Angelus is like a snapshot of Geno. And Geno was intriguing because he's like the leader of IO. Although I think they just scrapped the whole Geno storyline at this point. And yeah, the Angelus is a really cool skin, definitely worthy of the tier 100 rule. And especially when he puts his armor on, because holy heck, he looks cool. Very cool. He's just a really cool tier 100 skin, and it's nice to get another knight again. And then in Chapter 4, Season 2, we got a really good battle pass. I think the battle pass that season was really good. But the tier 100 was not that good exactly. Mizuki was not the best. Not really the best. It's not a bad skin. But I wouldn't say it's a very good skin either. Then Chapter 4 Season 3 we got Optimus Prime. It's a cool skin, but I'm not really the biggest Transformers fan. So the skin didn't really hit that much for me. Like, it's cool to have Optimus Prime in the game. But also, as I said, I don't really care much for the skin that much. And then in Chapter 4, Season 4, we got Kato Thorn. And this skin is really cool. And I'm just so mad that his potential was wasted so much in the story. He's like a time-traveling vampire, and that concept alone is just really cool. And he's like collecting stuff from different time periods, and then he just gets killed off screen. I don't know what the people at Epic Games were thinking. It was a terrible decision. He was hyped up for like the entirety of Chapter 4 Season 3, and then they just decided to kill him off through a challenge? Excuse me? Who at Epic Games thought that was a good idea? Oh well, the skin is still really good though, even though his story was kind of just terrible. And then in Fortnite OG, we got Megalodon. And yes, again, I know that this is a tier 50 skin, but it's still the max tier skin of the Battle Pass that season. So I still think it counts. And yeah, this skin was really cool. It's like a mix of Omega and Ragnarok, which are like probably the two best tier 100 skins of Chapter 1. It's a perfect match. And especially when it puts the armor on, oh, it just looks so good. I love that skin. It just looks amazing. And now entering Chapter 5, we got Chapter 5 Season 1 with Valeria. And this skin is actually really cool. I really like this skin, and like, she's the sister of Hope, so that's also really cool. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this skin. There's not really that much special going on about her. I just really like the look of the skin. And then, Chapter 5, Season 2, we got Hades. And oh boy, they did an amazing job putting Hades in the game. This skin just looks so cool. I, of course, love the color scheme of like the gold, the black, and the green. It just looks so good. Like, the Hades design, maybe one of the best Hades designs I've ever seen. Because this skin looks so cool. I love this skin. It's perfect. And now over to the current season that we're in, Chapter 5 Season 3 with Megalodon. And this drug addict looks really cool. He's like a bulky armor boy. And you know, his hair kind of reminds me of Gunner. Maybe he is Gunner. That's a popular theory right now. I'm not sure if Gunner would even do all of the stuff Megalodon is doing. But yeah, Megalodon is really cool. Like really cool. Like very cool. It's just, that's like the only thing I think I can describe him as. Really, really cool. So yeah, that was all of the tier 100 skins from season 2 all the way to chapter 5 season 3. And I think most tier 100 skins have been really good. I don't think there has been a single bad tier 100 skin, you know, maybe one or two, but most of them have been really good. And I still think Fortnite does a really good job with the tier 100 skins. So yeah, what do you guys think about tier 100 skins as a whole? And what is your favorite tier 100 skin? Let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!